Welcome back to another episode of the TDT podcast. On today's episode, we will be ranking the Formula One liveries for the 2022 season. This year, obviously big shakeup to the regulations. If you don't follow Formula One, there was a large rule change basically that allows for better, closer, like more entertaining racing. Um, and so the car design changed a lot, and so did a lot of the liveries are different. A lot of liveries are the exact same though, and we're gonna jump right into it. Andrew, who do you have at number 10?
So at number 10, I don't know if this is kind of obvious to you, but you were talking before we made this list about how yours was different. Dude, I have to put Haas at 10. I have to. I know that's like, oh, you put Haas at 10 because it's the same thing as last. It is the exact same thing as last year. I get that they took off the Russian, livery, so it's going to be like an all-white car. I just don't like how it is they did not change anything from last year, and not only that, but it's not a good livery either. So I think this is kind of obvious for a lot of people. Yours might be different because you're dyslexic, but Haas for me is an obvious 10.
Yeah, you think Haas is last?
Yes, I genuinely do think Haas is last.
I think the Alfa Romeo is last. I hate the Alfa Romeo livery. It is so ugly, dude. Oh my gosh, it is just disgusting. The white blob in the middle of the car, and then just the white tip on the nose. It's so gross, dude. It's so gross, bro. From a front view, it looks awful because it has that little white tip on the nose. Why did you need to have that there? If that was just red, it would look so much better with the black wing. But then it gets worse, Andrew. It gets worse.
Oh, it gets worse.
Then you get a side view of the car, and you have that white diagonal stripe going across it, and it's just it is so disgusting. And then what is that text? You see by the number. It's like this cursive font that you can't even read. It's so dumb. The only redeeming quality, black front wing is sick, and the wheel covers are sick, and that is it. And delivery is so bad, the wheel covers don't bring it up, and I think these are probably the coolest wheel covers on the grid this year, and they don't bring it up because it's just so ugly, dude. Okay, Andrew, edit in a front view of the
yeah. I'll have slideshows going through it. Yeah,
bro, the little white badge with the Alfa Romeo logo is just gross. It's just, why is that there? They could have made it so much better. Last year's livery was great. I actually like last year's livery. I have the Alfa at 10 because it sucks.
But since you put Alfa Romeo at 10, who is your number 9?
Haas.
Okay.
My number 9 is Haas.
Yeah.
So it's ugly. It's ugly, but not as ugly as the Alfa because it looks okay. I don't know. It's okay. It's like a 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's meh. It's pretty meh.
Yeah.
The Alfa is like a 2 out of 10 at best.
Fair. All right. So from now on, from 8 until 1, the list got very hard to make. Truly, and the car liveries this year are so sick. All of them are so cool, except for the last 2 that we just mentioned.
Yeah, except for the Alfa. The Alfa sucks.
So at number
ugly.
At number 8 for me, this might take some people off because it's kind of a bold opinion, but I'm taking Red Bull.
What?
Yeah.
Dog.
Yeah.
That's not high for Red Bull low.
No.
You're putting him at 8?
Yeah.
No.
Yes. Yeah. No. I promise you it's not. No, I promise you it's not. No, I promise you, bro. It is. I said, and we were talking about this before we started recording, that I was making a bold move. I originally had never. I'm actually not going to say that part. But Red Bull, to me, and I don't want to base it just off of this, but Red Bull's barely changed from last year. It truly did. In retrospect, it barely changed. And I think, well, true, it never changes, so we don't see any diversity. But I truly think It is a cool livery, don't get me wrong, but I truly do think that all the other cars beat it out. I think Red Bull is just one of those teams where they can't do much with their livery, which is why they never change it. I like that they added Oracle to the side, that their sponsor. I think it looks really clean. I just don't
Mhm.
think it beats out some of the others. I really don't.
I mean, that's your opinion.
Mhm.
You're entitled to it. But
Yeah.
my number 8 is Alpine. From the front view, and
Wow.
we are basically.
Really?
Can I talk?
No, you didn't let me
Shut
talk
up.
with Red Bull.
Or okay. So from the we're by the way, we're ranking the Alpine on their main livery, not the one-off pink one, which I think looks way better, by the way, and they should make that their full-time livery. Anyways, last year's Alpine kind of slapped. It was pretty good. I liked it a lot. This year's from the front view, like when you're looking at it from the front, it looks good. The pink nose and the pink, or not the pink nose, the pink front wing and the pink back wing with the pink numbers, it looks really good. I actually really like that. But then you have this like red, like you look from the side and you have the red like map fear logo, and it just why is that there? That throws the whole livery off. The big pink BWT on the side, I don't really like it, but I can work with it. I think it would have been better if that side was blue and the BW pink logo was like the BWT text was pink on a blue background.
Mhm.
But that one, like the red, pink, and blue don't mix. Pink and blue can mix because they did a good job of it. I actually really like it from the front view. I think it's sick. But the red and then that just giant pink side is just, I don't know, something's off with it that I just like don't really want to look at. Again, from a front view, fantastic. I love it. I like very simplistic liveries. That's just how I am. But yeah, I'm giving it a 6.5 out of 10. I think it's a good livery. From here up, they're good liveries. I like the car. It looks good, but there's other cars that look a lot better, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, so I told you it was Bull, but Red Bull, because of the fact that they just don't change their stuff and it looks the same every year, and there's not a whole lot you can do with it, I'm putting it at 8. With number
Mhm.
7, I am putting Alpha Tauri.
Same.
And the reason is, don't get me wrong, bro. Like these liveries are so cool. Like we just had to rank them. I think that their livery is very sick. I like that they integrated more blue because on the bottom and the front part of the body, because last year's had a lot of white going on it. I think it looks cleaner with that darker navy, not navy. I don't even know, like the grayish blue integrated with the silver and then the dark gray. I think that the Alpha Tauri car is so much improved from last year. And with the design and the logo and how everything kind of flows together and the sponsors and all that, it just looks more clean as a livery. So compared to last year, it's a huge step up. But in terms of rankings, I'm putting it number 7, but not a bad livery by any means.
So I'm also putting it 7, but I disagree. I like last year's a lot better.
Really?
I like the navy on top and the white underneath. And
Huh.
also, my biggest complaint is the freaking orange on the front wing.
Oh, the
The
Flex
like
Boy?
Yeah, the flexible, like, why would you put that? It throws the whole look off. I don't like it. But from a front view, it looks pretty good from front view. I like it from front view. I just I like I liked last year's more with the navy on top and white on the bottom. I just think there's a
Mm-hmm.
lot going on. I wish the whole front wing was navy, but it's not. Oh well, it's 7. It's a 7. It's good. It's that and the Alpine can flip flop per image, the way the car, what angle it's at, it can flop for me. So really, the Alpha and the Alpine are very close for me. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the orange kind of pisses me off.
Yeah. Well, remember that it is a sponsor, so they can't do much
No,
about
I know, but
that.
like, why put it there?
Where else are they going to put it? In fact, I think that it's actually better that they put it there on the side of the front wing instead of somewhere else on the main chassis, because if you put it there, it stands out more, and then it doesn't, in my opinion, it would actually look less clean than it does on the side. Yeah.
Number 6, I have Williams. Uh,
Huh. Interesting.
it's I.
Really? I think the Williams looks really clean. You said you were like looking at simplistic stuff. I feel like the Williams defines that. But with with my ranking at 6, I'm gonna take. We are on 6, right? Yeah, we're on 6.
Yeah.
I'm taking Alpine. For how you said that your AlphaTauri and your Alpine are very flip floppy at 7 and 8. Well, my
Yeah.
6 and 7 are also very flip floppy. So at number 5, I am going to put Williams here, and I think that Williams makes the top 5 because I do agree with you that the renders and the pictures, it looks a lot cleaner and smoother than it does IRL. But it's still, in my opinion, just looks so good. I think I agree with the darker blue. Like the darker blue takes a lot from Williams because there tend to be a lighter blue color, like a sky blue. But I think they integrated the colors very well. And I think that even for a livery that's based on number 5, I think it is very good. It's very simplistic. It looks like a true racing vehicle. I also have high hopes for Williams this season. So I think that it deserves that number 5 spot.
So number 5, I have Red Bull for the same reason that Andrew did. It's just the same every year. It's a good livery, and I actually really like the way it looks, but it's just the same. They have Oracle on the side, which is different, I guess, but is it really different?
No, in the grand retrospect, they barely changed it.
Yeah, they barely changed it. So yeah, I have it 5. It's a perfect median livery. It looks good. It's a really good looking livery, but it's the same thing for like the past 5-6 years. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. So at number 4, now we're getting
these are
really
solid
tough.
7 and above liveries,
Yeah. So at number 4, I am taking Ferrari. And I know that you would have something to say about that one.
No, I mean, it's close.
Ferrari, I bet you put them at 3, didn't you?
I did.
I think I know who you intertwined.
I guarantee we swapped.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm sure you'll have something to say about it for quite a couple minutes. But Ferrari, you cannot go wrong with this livery, bro. I mean,
it's sick.
The red incorporated with the sponsors. I don't know if it's just the rendering, but did they go darker shade on red?
Yeah, they did.
I think it looks so, and I noticed that on the front part of the car, it gets brighter, like to the true Ferrari red. So I think that they did such a good job. And Ferrari's one of those things where the livery, either you do a super good job with it or you don't, because of the fact that it's just one color and you really can't mix it up. Bless you.
God damn. Thank you.
But they do the black on the top. I mean, it looks so clean. It looks like a racing machine. And I think Ferrari did such a good job with it this year. So for them, they're at number 4 for me. What about you?
So I got McLaren at number 4.
I knew it.
When it first came out, I actually hated the livery.
Dude, I can show you guys the Instagram text messages that happened with that. He despised it because we're McLaren fans, and he was like, "This is horrible. This is horrible." I'm like, it's not that bad. Just relax.
Yeah. So from a side view, it looks so clean. The blue sweeping down the side under the velo, and then the blue like rear wing, and the blue cover like wheel covers, and then from I don't know how to exactly describe it, but from like a side frontal view.
Describe frontal. Yes.
Like, okay. From like a frontal view, but like to the left and like up. Do you know what I mean?
Sure, man.
It's like an angle. It's like from the rear, like the front wheel.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
I don't like that. I don't like the way that looks from that angle. But head on, it looks pretty good. I think the IndyCar livery of Felix Rosberg or whatever his name is, I think that looks amazing. That is what I would have put it as. I think there should have been a little bit more blue, and I liked last year's a bit better, personally, last year's livery. But I mean, it definitely looks good, and it looks pretty fast. And yeah, I mean, it's a good livery. It's one of the best for sure. These top 4 are all very tight, and depending on the angle for most of them, especially 4 and 3 could flip. But yeah, so I have McLaren at number 4. I wish they went as like that Gulf livery though. They ran in Monaco. Oh my God, that thing was beautiful. Anyways, at number 3, I have Ferrari. I think it just looks a little bit better. I love the black accents.
Yeah.
The 2019 Ferrari I thought looked great because they had the black on it, and
they brought that back.
Yeah, and it
To
looks
an
great.
extent.
Yeah, no, it looks really nice, and I love that.
Mhm.
So I think like the darker red looks really good, and it's just clean. It's just so clean.
Something about I think that last year's car integrated McLaren's colors a little bit better, but this year's they've got sponsors all over it. They did go with a lighter blue. It looked so nice. The orange, I mean, they changed. I mean, their sponsorships changed, so their colors are going to change a bit, and
Hmm.
I personally think they did such a good job with it. I think it looks so slick and clean and cool. They had a lot of sponsors on this vehicle and they could have messed it up so poorly, but I think it is genuinely one of the cleanest cars. It doesn't have a simple livery, like it doesn't have like
Yeah.
those one of those simple colors like the Aston or the Ferrari or even the Williams, just like the single color. It has a lot of stuff going on with it, which I think is what Carter initially panicked on, was that it's too
Yeah.
overwhelming.
It was
Correct me if
very
I'm wrong.
overwhelming at first. It was very different, which I think shocked me. I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah,
It was different.
yeah.
So,
But I think that it looks very good. I think they did a really good job on it. It's a lot to take in at first, but if you really sit down and look at it, I think they did such a good job.
yeah. All right. Number 2, Andrew, who you got?
Ooh. So we only have two cars left, which is the Mercedes and Aston Martin.
Yeah.
Mercedes brought back their silver car, and let me just tell you, it is some heat. I don't think it's better than the Aston though. So I have Mercedes at 2.
Mhm.
Obviously, it's up on the screen for you guys to see right now. But I mean, it just looks so good. Like
Yeah.
it's so clean with the red on the top and the light blue, and then they've got the stars, the Mercedes stars all over the back, and the silver on Mercedes always look good. Sure, last year's black was clean, but every time Mercedes runs a silver livery, it is heat. It looks
Mhm.
so much better. And Mercedes just knocked it out of the ballpark. So I'm gonna have to, and I love the silver liveries like I always have. So for me, they have to go at number 2.
Yeah, my number 2 is Aston Martin. So, hear me out. The Aston Martin and the Mercedes are literally flip-flop, like I said. But oh my God, the Aston is so beautiful.
Yes.
It's so beautiful, man. When the sunlight hits it, it's probably the best livery on the grid. And like last year's, even with that pink, everyone was like, "Oh yeah, this is amazing, best livery," even with the pink. But now it's got the yellow on it.
Oh my
It looks
gosh.
incredible, dude. It is so beautiful. It's so good looking. I love the black accents throughout the car, especially on the front wing. And I mean, it looks so good, dude. It looks so good, man. I don't. It's so pretty, dude.
Yeah.
But the only thing I think in dim lighting, like if it's a cloudy day, I don't think it'll look as good as it will when it's bright in the
Oh,
sun.
I definitely agree with that. Yeah.
Because there's this one video from when they were like testing and or doing like footage or something, and it was like dark out, and it just kind of looked like green. It didn't look like a cool green. It just looked like green, and I didn't like that. But obviously, that means I have Mercedes at number one.
Mhm.
And like Andrew said, the Merc is just it's precious, dude. It is actually like a godsend. It's so good looking. From the front view, it's just so pretty. The Patronas, and they have the red accents on the side, like fenders that going over the wheel, and on the rear wing, and on like the bit above the halo. It just looks so good, man. And like, there's this one picture from the side. I can't find it, but it looks incredible. And probably my favorite livery of all time is the 2019 Mercedes, and they basically recreated that. I love the teal Patronas looks so good. They incorporated the red like amazingly. Like Andrew
Yeah.
said, the little triangle star Mercedes logo things looks amazing. The teal on the wheel cover, that's gonna look so good when it's driving fast, and it already does. And the Patronas on the rear wing, just the teal and silver for some reason looks so good together. The black accents look so good on the rear wing. I love how it's like it kind of highlights the teal with the black surrounding it on the front and rear wing. The black Petronas text looks great on the rear wing. It just looks so good. I
Hmm.
mean, I think the side pods look amazing. They look incredible. It's my favorite livery. I love it. It's a 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah. All right. So at number 1, it's obviously flip-floppable. But I do have the Aston Martin. And Carter actually brought up a really good point about the sunlight on it. But dude, if you just take one glance at this livery, I mean, it is fantastic. And the thing is, you had a great point. You know, people were saying basically, if you guys don't know what it looked like last season, basically these yellow parts on the car were pink. And and I thought it looked okay. Honestly, like people, I don't remember who said that Astons were the best livery last season. I don't think they were the best. The side of the car just looks so good. It's so sleek, and the paint and the green, and it's just one color with yellow logos and stripes incorporated. I mean, it just looks fantastic. The grills make it look so much better. I think it is a close first and second, but in my personal opinion, I think Aston deserves that number 1 spot after this drop.
Yeah, and all these liveries are pretty good. Thank you all so much for watching our rankings. Comment below what your rankings are, and if you think we made drastic mistakes, which we probably definitely did. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Andrew, you got anything to say?
I do not.
All right, cool. Bye-bye.
See ya.